I just saw this post of one man that said, I often wonder how weak you must feel to look at Donald Trump and see strength. But what other options do you have? Because you have no other option, was my answer. And the person is like, huh? Why? But ask yourself, what options do you really have? What options does the people who lived in the system, who prospered in the system, who was brainwashed to love the system, to think that this is the way the system is supposed to work, what should they look at? As just a populist with fascist ideas, fascist not in the bad way, but in the good way, with fascist ideas, with patriotic slogans, with make America great again, and the country is literally falling apart because the how to say it, the resource to keep the country the best in the world is simply ended, and it ended long ago. And who does those people supposed to look as a strength? Indeed, who? Biden, Hillary, maybe Bernie, maybe some other candidate president, maybe some, I know, Boris Johnson or Jeremy Corbyn, Marine Le Pen, Macron. Who should they look at when they and to see the strength, to see the hope that someone can provide for such people who get used to live in this world, get used to live in this capitalistic society, by these capitalistic rules, and gain money from this system, be prosperous in the system, at least be wealthy enough to keep the life going, let's say. Buy a house, buy ammo that they wish, buy the goods that they like, buy a car that they want, etc. Who should they look at? Hillary, really? Like the most hated person in the United States right now? I have no idea why, but whatever. Obama, Biden, Bernie Sanders, really? The person who always, each time dropping off from the presidential race. Your Bernie Sanders reminded me about Russian Communist Party leader, Boris Zyuganov, I don't remember the name, Zyuganov. Each year he is trumping some slogans, populist slogans, like pro-communist slogans, bashing the ruling party, saying how bad they are. And when the time comes, they simply dropping out the presidential race. No, it means he going to presidency. He have his candidacy to presidential race, but when the time has come, he's all of a sudden he's simply like dropping off, forgetting about it, stop fight, and losing many years already, many elections that he lost. Of course, this is definitely rigged elections, but once those elections was won by Zyuganov, and he could have become the second president of Russian Federation, and yet he don't. He gave up. He agreed to drop off from this race and gave up altogether. This is ridiculous. To I don't know, to question such as to ask such questions. Sorry, it is pretty ridiculous. It means that you don't understand how your society works, how your American reality works, what it's based on, etc. Americans conditioned to live in this mental state, of endless slavery, of endless obedience, of endless, I don't know how to say it, serf state, let's say. They simply made to be this way. They supposed to obey the system because they want to prosper in the system, because they get used to live in the system. You don't need to ask these questions. If you think you're a thoughtful person, if you think that you understand all, if you think that you fighting for your fellow citizens, for the rights of the workers in reality, you don't need to ask this question. I don't ask these questions. My questions is very rhetoric. If I say something that I can't understand Americans, for example, why they are so brainwashed, I perfectly do. I don't ask these questions to get an answer or banish someone. No. I'm simply pointing out the problems. And asking questions like this mean that you don't understand what is going on in your own country. People conditioned to believe, people conditioned to live like that, etc. It's absolutely nothing out of ordinary for these people. They absolutely living like this forever and would live like this forever. People made to be living like this. They get used to it, and they want America be great again, and they want America to be -- country again. There is no resources, of course, but they wish, and Trump, build back better. It's not like it means that you have to do something, build something, etc. But make America great again. Mean someone else will do that. And people get used to this idea that someone else will do all the jobs for them. Services, all services, all everything outsourced, etc. It's very, very complex question, of course, but the simplistic explanation will be because people get used to live like that. Because people gaining money like that, because people living like that forever and would live forever like that. So you have to simply understand that. Don't ask questions like that. Simply accept the idea that people live like that for generations and they get used to life like that. That is why they choosing Trump and don't choosing Biden or Hillary or Bernie, because there is no hope in their perspective. The hope to bring back the greatness of America was only in the Trump words. No one else ever show any kind of idea how to bring back the greatness of America, how to get the old times back, 50s or 60s. Of course, Trump can't do that, but he promised it, and Americans believe in words. Even if this words is false, they believe in persona, in personality. They believe in individuality. They believe in something like that. They don't believe in collectives. If Trump promising something, it means that maybe he can do that. Maybe he can achieve that. And they believe him. That is why when they see Trump, they see strength. Strength means the greatness of America back again. That America that was really, truly great in 50s and 60s, and maybe 70s. in some shape. And people want that. That is why they see Trump as a strength of their country, because no one else can offer such idea. Of course, once again, Trump simply can't made what he promises, because he is not in charge, because he is not a politician. He have no idea what the fuck is he doing, etc. But he promising to bring back greatness in America, and people want that. They can't understand, of course, they so brainwashed, they can't understand that nothing can be bring back. And conservative movement is very backwards movement. It means people want to live like in 19th or 18th century and with modern technologies. It's impossible. And the last point, which I've already made, you can be your option. Of course, the people can rule, the people can create the democracy, people can make decisions like commune, etc. People can, but in United States, this option is not option at all. At all. There is no communism in United States, and no place for it. The mob rule is bad, individuality must reign, individual interest is far more better, far more important than the social interest, etc. You must, understand all those aspects of this question. You are not your option. If you say that you are your option, it's laughable. Laughable, at least for me. You can't be your option. You can't get together. You can't fight against the system. You will lose. At least right now.